They'll only make one trip to Houston. Towns drills the triple.
Karl trying to establish himself here early on.
They're up at the top of the lower bowl, and there were no fans in attendance.
And it was after, just right before Christmas, actually, 23rd of December, as Towns comes in, ATO, knocks down a triple. He gives the chef's kiss.
Towns, no. Towns able to come back up with it.
Karl's doing a little bit of everything.
And then he'll take a three and make a three.
He deserved that.
These two teams did meet in the preseason as Towns drills the three, and Karl is absolutely feeling it early on. Towns, the three.
So incredibly talented.
You've had 21 turnovers and you're only down 7. You're in pretty good shape. And that's the case for the Pels right now. 5 minutes into the third. It'll be Karl-Antohny Towns. And he gets the soft touch off the lip of the ring.
Mitch was talking about this before last game, about how a lot of times the team that New Orleans is more dangerous because they're winless as Towns knocks down the three.
Towns, the three.
And they needed that. The win column, and they're well on their way here in this game.
Towns drills the triple.
Coming out right at the 6-minute mark. You want to keep either Chris or Giannis on the floor at all times. This time it's Chris that comes out early. And, you know, you never know how many consistent minutes he's going to get. You better do a better job defending Karl-Antohny Towns if he wants to stay out there. But tendency to, or his ability to throw it down makes you have to jump early to cover the cup.
Towns for three. Daniels pulls down a rebound.
Dribble handoff into cross-screen action for Nikola Jokic is something they run a lot of. Towns, deep three.
How about that start for Cat? Finds quick pull. Tie game tonight. Towns gets it right back from Minnesota.
Just the 6th shot.
Towns, three, yes.
The versatility of Karl-Antohny Towns.
That is, the first half had not been good for him.
Yeah.
Towns drills the three. Wolves needed that the worst way.
5 from outside the arc. He's got 14. There you go, Karl.
Karl right back at you.
I mean, they're not going to pick him who took on Wagner, but a nice move.
18 points for Wagner. Was one off his career high at 19. Towns, three. That one is good.
Zone buster, baby.
5 turnovers now by the Clippers.
Late switch.
Towns
knocks it down, though. It was a good veer back by Terrence.
I asked him, I said, you know, where does that rank in your athletic career? And he goes, oh, hands down, absolutely the pinnacle of his entire career. As Towns drills a three.
A lot in his game, and you know what? Credit to Ron Lue for what he's been able to do execution-wise. Minnesota's also still trying to plug away and stay in the game.
Towns drills the three.
Kept me awake because Minnesota missed so many layups. They missed 12 layups in that game. As Towns gets the three to go there.
Towns drills the three, the third triple of the
Start
game.
here for Minnesota.
He's got 6 now in this game. Clippers on a 12-0 run. Minnesota won for its last 11, and Karl-Antohny Towns finally stops the bleeding. Said in the postgame, we got to get him more shots.
Yeah.
That 11 isn't enough.
Yeah.
So that's not my opinion. That's the head coach's opinion, and I'm sure he's going to feel the same way after this one. Although there's the third shot now of the second half.
He's with Bain, Jackson, Melton, Jones, and John Conchar. Towns for three.
So a big change here in the second half is and inside the three-point line at all.
Here we go, 1.1. Towns for the tie.
Oh my
Banked
God.
it in. And we're headed overtime.
He's in a zone right now. We've seen some exotic zones. As Karl-Antohny Towns, it's unfair that he has that skill that can step out to the three-point line. Got him off guard as soon as he caught it. You mentioned running start for Edwards, but Iguodala knocked it away. Vanderbilt's rebounding everything. And Cat hitting that three. He's privy to it. Everybody's got their eyes up. Karl-Antohny Towns for three. He's fun to watch. And eventually clinching the playoff spot in Portland on the final day of the season. Just took off from there. But that was it. But it was Jay Rich coming back that kind of lit the fuse as Karl-Antohny Towns hits the corner. Here's steal. Patrick Beverly setting up Karl-Antohny Towns. And he hits a three.
Vanderbilt has control of it in the front court, giving it up to Karl-Antohny Towns. Step back for three. Got it. Karl-Antohny Towns for three.
Throw it up toward the rim.
On its way. Down it goes.
I thought you couldn't catch him. Oh, point three.
Fisher. Shall we say for the Lakers the deficit? Oh, long three for Towns. Feeling it. Feeling it. Karl-Antohny Towns. Just 15 in the quarter.
Outscored the Lakers all by himself.
Yes, he did. He's going to look for more. Adding to the total. Adding to the total.
Towns pulls the trigger quickly, gets a very friendly roll. Unable to connect, and the Wolves come out of there with it. Towns in rhythm, and he connects.
This game against the Phoenix Suns. Both teams shooting 33% from the floor.
Towns
down the triple.
And Chris Paul with the miss. Credit McDaniels for making him take a tough shot. Towns, that is a deep three, and it is a good three. Towns, another triple for Towns, who's got a 35.9, a new season high. It's a shame. I doubt he had the wherewithal. He was probably so embarrassed when that went viral that he just wanted to hide in a cave somewhere as Towns hits a three. But, man, season, but can't get it to drop there. And the Spurs have started this game 0 of 8 from the field. Towns, meantime, adds to the lead. We talked about the Florida State guys. And a broadcast earlier in the season, Towns adds another triple. Towns, that is really deep. That was from Mankato.
Wow. Go there. Anthony Edwards getting the dime by Towns.
Towns out of the corner. And Cat delivers.
You could see that one coming.
Got the length, so I'm surprised he didn't do it earlier. And, boy, breakdown. McDaniels, you see, that's Nikhil's got a count for McDaniels.
That's right.
I'm left in the half. So they take the ball out of the hands of Ingram and throws it away. 12 turnovers already for the Pals, and they're down right now 17-6 before this possession in points off mistakes, and make it 20-6 now.
Andy Nagy right there.
Timberwolves would love to get some separation here. Towns, three. That's his first triple of the game.
He's so good from the top.
See if they get Anthony Edwards involved. Towns. He can do that better than any big man in the game.
Matisse Thybulle matched up against Anthony Edwards. As D'Lo can't get that to go, but there's that man.
Towns able to connect on the triple, gets the Wolves an early.
Towns making his way down the sideline. Slides it to Edwards, and now Towns for what could be a second made three. He is having quite the opening quarter tonight. So the run is in progress. And again the D. Towns from Edwards. Cat for three, and it's good.
And more info.
Sabonis, the last time he was here, as Minnesota gets the rebound.
Towns, I think he was expecting Edwards to shoot it. He looked a little bit surprised to get the basketball back, but he's able to nail the jumper.
Hand in the area, but you don't have to body up.
Towns for three. Edwards cut off. Towns, top of the key three. Karl-Antohny Towns now with 26, 2 of 3 from downtown.
Are short-handed as well. I mean, there's no way they should have lost that game to Charlotte last night.
Towns hits the three.
Towns thought he got fouled too. Great contest by Towns.
Trae Young, 26 now for him. Towns, 3 more for Cat. It's a 10-point game. The clock is not running right now. Both clocks stopped momentarily. They restarted them. I mean, that doesn't.
Again, great offense by Utah. Then Towns gets one down there.
Towns, his first three.
A number of times this year.
Towns from way deep, and he drills it. There you go, Cat.
I love it.
Under a minute. Towns for three. 16 made threes here in the first half.
for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Spent many a night staggering out of the Bellagio, wondering what that was. Thank you for that report.
I love the graphic. Shooting the three ball really, really well.
Yeah.
So to find a little bit more consistency with him would be big for Denver's bench.
Towns knocks it in.
You know, really, you have four guys that aren't going to necessarily help you space out the floor. So this is more of a defensive lineup. And I don't care who it is. Whoever is in front of Karl-Antohny Towns, they can get it.
Blocks the three. The step back. Yeah. And he knocks down that one.
Just a two-point game. Towns has his first three of the night.
That was cold-blooded right there.
So anything, you just got to be ready for really anything, especially in this situation. Tough shot.
A step back by Karl-Antohny Towns.
There's
Okay.
the best. Oh, he's feeling it early. He's the best shooter, big man. They're all over him. That's a tough shot. But he's a great mid-range shooter. I mean, there's a lot of guys now that don't use the mid-range or just shoot threes. Like the best shooter. And look at him. They can finish over you.
Or making pass it, and then McDaniels nearly turned it over. Towns to beat the shot clock. That's a big bucket.
Rookie out of Villanova, played 2 years at Villanova, and much like his father, he was a McDonald's All-American. And Karl-Antohny Towns, welcome back to the scoring.
Angelo Russell, he understands playing pick and roll with Karl-Antohny Towns. You've got to pick your poison in that matchup.
And Towns spots up and knocks down the they did for 1999 through 2005. Was not a fan of that stuff at all. And Towns with wood and a hand in his face, and all ends up hitting a three.
Going to need more of that from Eric Gordon. He's been really good getting downhill and no wasted motions in his drive.
Towns flat-footed three.
They're working, and it's never going to be perfect. Great players find ways to score, but you got to make them work, and much better intensity here.
Towns, what a game he's.
Somebody messed up this play for Minnesota coming out of the timeout.
Russell leaves it for a wide open Karl-Antohny Towns, and he gets the triple.
12 second chance points. A transition three by Towns is in. Towns for three. It's a 5-point swing.
Towns, right on cue, hits his first three of the game.
Just a matter of time, and he thought he got fouled too, obviously.
Scoring a lot of points. Minnesota loves to shoot the three and force a lot of turnovers and get out in transition.
Anthony Edwards off on his first attempt, and it comes back to Towns, who knocks down the Fournier converts. Tom Thibodeau told us he feels like he's finding his rhythm as a Knick here halfway into the season. Towns calmly drops.
The thing, he knows how much attention that he gets from other teams' defense. He's looking away on all of his passes.
Karl-Antohny Towns with the quick three, his first of the night.
Towns, quick three, and he's finally in double figures, his first triple.
Just looking at the play calling here, getting Towns involved.
Towns over Sharp.
Love it. This is Chris Finch here.
Terrific 3.5 quarters against Miami before Bam Adebayo took over for the Heat. I mean, it took a Herculean effort by him in order for Miami to win that game.
You know, he takes his time, he's pivoting, he's looking to find a guard. Look how close it was with Trendon Watford, how close he was to scoring as Towns now gets the three.
Towns a three. Karl-Antohny Towns. So good.
What a move. Towns, another three. Got it.
And no hesitation. Karl-Antohny Towns, only 7 field goal attempts 2 nights ago.
Edwards will make the move and sprint. Towns triple. Another one.
For the Suns, 5 starters in double figures. Bridges with a terrific start of the game as Karl-Antohny Towns holds the pose on that straightaway three. Works.
And you see him pat himself on the chest immediately after that, like, I gotta finish that. I know, I got you, CP.
Edwards with a steal. Towns, deep three, straight away.
6 rebounds for Vando. Towns all day to shoot it. And You leave him that open, you're going to pay a price.
I'm just shocked that Jordan Clarkson didn't try to come play on Sunday after that. So we are going to literally fly back from Indiana on Super Bowl Sunday. Towns knocks down the triple.
And the Super Bowl is now set. His first bucket of the game.
Karl-Antohny Towns had 11 points at halftime, 7 rebounds.
He's got another 3, so he's got 15 here in the...
Man, he just is such a unique player. You were talking about, you know, people that haven't watched Minnesota watching tonight. If you haven't seen Jared Vanderbilt play, this is how he's played all season. Towns.
You think about, you know, it's as well publicized as it is for all these players. I mean, these officials have had to go through it too. Towns drills a triple. He had a double-double.
Yeah.
Towns.
Not the game right now either, so as Towns knocks down the triple, baby.
Several occasions, still takes to the court with a very heavy heart. And it's great to see him rewarded with a trip to the All-Star game, and he thinks of her every time. Russell out front. Cat on the pick and pop. And Karl-Antohny Towns drills another 3. Much more quiet tonight offensively. Guy that's been the subject of some trade speculation around the league. Karl-Antohny Towns knocks down the...
Yeah, man, no, they could have been all-stars in there. They could be a big part of this team right now, the resurgence.
Towns answers after the Bulls had taken their largest lead at 9.
Saw 3 players there that on Tuesday, they weren't a part of this together. They weren't a part of this team.
You saw that coming. As soon as it went to the corner, you saw the lane there was wide open for him.
McLaughlin sets up Towns. Timberwolves get another stop. Chance to tie or go in front. Towns looking for the lead, and one finally goes down. Minnesota in front.
Forces the switch here.
Towns doesn't hesitate. Catch and shoot 3 is good.
23 in the game for Rozier.
Towns for 3.
Yes.
Connects.
Big Cat. Toronto's put a tremendous amount of pressure on Minnesota as Towns makes the long 3 there. Gets some offense going.
McDaniels. Towns waits for Siakam to go by and then cashes in for 3.
Talk about players under 6'7". The most dunks and layups came into the game with 250.
Towns from downtown.
Tree, Mike Budenholzer.
That was head coach of the Austin Toros. Started as an intern with the Spurs in 07-08. And how about this? The Timberwolves back. And the Timberwolves, they cannot just play even with the Sixers. Towns 3 rattles in.
Oh, there you go. They're plug-and-play Kentucky guy.
Towns fouled as he hits a 3.
10-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Towns fires.
Oh, man, what a big shot. What a big shot.
So D'Angelo Russell, Patrick Beverly, Jaden McDaniels, Jared Vanderbilt, and Karl-Antohny Towns. Anthony Edwards will miss tonight's game. And Cat opens with a
3. Towns straight away drills the triple.
So good from that spot on the floor. Had last night and how important Torian was to Minnesota's victory. Towns knocking down a triple.
38 in the game for Towns, 2 off of his season high.
Everybody's hoping out on the glass. Weak side is in position. Towns lines up a 3-ball. He'll put this one down.
For him to get to the basketball, which caused that inaccurate tap back.
Towns, Eubanks challenged him to shoot it, so Towns says, okay, I'll shoot it.
Under a minute to play. First half. Good rally by the Magic. Towns for 3.
Minnesota's young big 3 along with Anthony Edwards and that man, Karl-Antohny Towns. Yep, a near 7-footer with a 40% stroke from downtown.
Big mark at 9.2 per game. Trying to hang in there with Karl-Antohny Towns, scoring early.
Towns, it's the 3.
Again, that's the problem. More information, spurs.com/NFT. All the proceeds, the important thing, go to the San Antonio Food Bank, which has always been a big driving force for Coach Pop. Vassell underneath. Stolen. goodness. Once again, the 3 ball. And 3:30 remaining here in the third quarter. Towns with a season best 44 points now. His previous high was 40 against Houston. And the Minnesota hit 21 triples in their win against the Spurs in November in Minneapolis. Towns with 47. You can't do anything about it. Got a good rhythm going on. Step back 3. Nothing can stop this guy the way he's going right now. A little bit of, I mean, that's amazing.
I asked Carl about it. I said, did you actually do that? And he said, yes.
Well, Karl-Antohny Towns is playing like somebody who wants to get to the finals, and he's putting the team on his back.
Are ecstatic to get Pat Connaughton back into the mix.
Towns answers right back from outside. Edwards for Towns. Cat exploits the space.
How lucky is Minnesota to have 2 talented bigs like
Inbound goes to Towns. He holds the follow-through, just like you're taught in grade school.
Well, at that time, Brook Lopez had to help so much.
Towns gets 3 right back.
You're going to go under like that.
Front rim on the turnaround shot for Luka.
He put his legs in that shot.
So it's been a couple of empty possessions for the Mavericks and 3 straight possessions in which Towns has scored for Minnesota.
When you look at what he's meant to this team and the way it's radically changed the way they play and how he's just made such an impact. You saw when he wasn't there in the Charlotte game.
Would actually go to Taylor Jenkins with the job that he has done with the Memphis Grizzlies. Timberwolves go on offense first, and Karl-Antohny Towns says you can take a seat. We've scored our first bucket, and they did it in less than 15 seconds. And Towns fires a 3, and he fills it up. Second 3 of the game for Towns. That gives him a 20-point night.
35.1% chance at the #1 seed.
Now, falling up now. Falling up. Chris, does anybody have a bigger chance in the Celtic?
Towns going to try it again. No, gives it over to Edwards. Remember, Edwards made 10 threes in a game earlier against the Nuggets, and Towns lights it up. Wearing a brace on the right wrist. Now he's going to cover Edwards for a moment. Now Towns for 3. There, does this guy ever miss? Down by the Minnesota bench. Had some kind of hip issue. Towns hits the 3. Nuggets actually outscored the T-Wolves in the third quarter, 29-28. So they finally won a quarter. Towns is back in, and he knocks in the 3.
Saying got action right, and then Towns forces the double team and swing to the open 3-point shooter. And Towns comes to the party as well.
His first made 3 of the game.
Couldn't pick and pop action too. He's not shot the ball from outside the arc well this season. Better as a Washington Wizard, however.
Karl-Antohny Towns has shot it well from outside the arc.
Yes, he has.
He's 10 of 11. Towns will try the 3 and hit the 3.
You see, in a switching situation, Isluch is veered back to Towns to try to take away the top of Jakob Poeltl.
Towns with another 3-point attempt. He'll hit that one. The team, the Spurs, averaged 12.8 turnovers a game. That's 6th fewest in the NBA. Towns, top of the key, hits the 3.
Antonio, 24th in the NBA in 3-point attempts. 26th that makes as Towns lines one up and knocks it down.
Towns left all alone on the wing for 3, and he'll catch that one in. Towns with his 4.
Reed gets it to Towns, lets it fly from deep. Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Cats land on their feet, and Towns somehow banks